Hi guys. I've been having some technical difficulties here, so this is like take 3 or 4. My camera wasn't recording when I thought it was, and that's just how things go sometimes with me and my technological equipment. But that's okay. Just kind of got me warmed up to the topic of the day, and that's all good. So I had been, because I'm kind of anal, I'll just put it out there. I have notes for before I do these posts, and I had made notes on a totally different topic that I was preparing for. And then, this morning rolled around and I thought, I don't think I'm going to talk about that today. I'll save that for another time. And this morning, I just wanted to talk about what has been on my mind and what I've been working on this week, which is writing. That means both, professional writing. So within my responsibilities as an academic university level librarian, I'm a faculty position, so I still am considered responsible for writing and publishing. So I've got a project kind of in the works that I just need to do. I've got an outline and all of this, and I just haven't actually written the piece, so I need to do that. But I've been working at least a little bit on the idea for that, and also in my personal writing. That's really what I wanted to talk to you about today, and with a couple things to lead up, because that's just how I roll around here. My husband, I remember early on in our dating life, he had asked me about something, and I remember I told him like a half an hour long story leading up to the climax of what I was trying to get at. And I just remember he looked very amused by the whole thing. And I noticed that that's something that I tend to do a lot. I have lots of, the train goes off the tracks, I guess, kind of easily. And I build up and I have all these details that are all woven in before we get to what I'm actually getting at. And so I've got that going on for today too. And but I think that's part of what makes it so fun. So I wanted to talk about writing and kind of why I'm thinking about that. And I also wanted to talk about the summer ideas, projects that I had for this blog, like I had mentioned before, with audio. So I'll give you an update on that. Okay, let's see. I'm all spontaneous over here. So which do I want to talk about first? I guess I'll talk about the audio stuff first. So I had talked about recording audio of me praying lots of different unusual chaplets, and then having a short video piece to accompany with an introduction to the chaplet and the way that the beads are constructed, and then have an downloadable audio file so that we could pray together. You could put it on your phone and pray in your car or at home or whatever you want to do. So that's still in the works. That's the update. I think I know how to do it. That's also part of the update. I have to buy the audio recorder, and that is on my to-do list for next week. It's in my entertainment budget for next week. So I'm gonna be getting that in about a week and a half, and then I'm gonna start working on actually recording the audio and the short videos, which the videos will be no problem. It's just the audio that'll be totally new to me. And so the goal is that I would have at least a couple of those, 2 to 3, by the end of the summer that are available. Then I'll just keep adding to it as I go, and I'll have a tab up at the top of the blog to access everything. I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'll continue to keep you posted, but I'm excited about that. That's something new, and I'm excited about trying this new technology for me. I've been enjoying these videos, and even though, new little devices like the webcam that I now have and the audio recorder, usually in the past that kind of thing just wasn't all that interesting to me, but that has changed because I really enjoy creating the content that those devices capture. It's bringing out my creative energy, and so that has made me more interested. And so I really care about the quality and making it useful to all of you. And so I'm very excited about it. And so that's where that kind of stands. The other thing that's been on my mind is writing. And now writing is something that has been a love of mine and an interest of mine my whole life. When I was a little girl, I used to love creative writing and fiction writing. And I wrote stories, even at school, but obviously even at home. I would just create stories that I would then kind of coerce my mom and dad and my sisters and friends into reading and getting me feedback on. And I really loved doing that. And even back then, I remember that I wanted to make them funny. That's always been something that has been struck a chord with me, that inspires me, is trying to make people laugh. And so I just, just wrote these humorous slice of life type fiction stories. And, then I got older and I went to college and graduate school, and I so don't know what happened to all of that creative spirit with regard to fiction. I miss it. But I don't know, maybe law school like sucked that out of me. But fiction, I love reading fiction. Huge reader. I'm always reading multiple books. I do read nonfiction as well, but fiction is what I'm constantly reading. But I just don't feel like I can write it anymore. I just don't have the same types of ideas. I wish I did, but I don't. If somebody gave me the ideas, I could write it, but I don't have the ideas. So I don't think that that's my cup of tea. But I still love the funny slice of life stuff, as you know, via my blog. And so here's where I'm going with all of this. I'm thinking about, my blog, and, I had reevaluated all this back in the spring, and I feel very happy with the way that things are now. I'm getting more interaction on my blog, and I just can't thank you all enough. I love it. I've been getting some more comments, and I've been, in the past, I always read and appreciated the comments, and sometimes I would respond if I felt like the person really, the way that they wrote their comment required a response. But sometimes I would think, oh, okay, I'm going to put that up there, publish it. And I appreciated their thought, but I didn't necessarily feel like I had to respond. And I've changed. Every comment that comes in, I respond to it. And that has created a change both in the quantity and quality of comments that I'm getting and in me. Even if, somebody writes, I thought this was great, blah, blah, and, it's not necessarily that I have to respond to a particular point within the comment. It still creates a relationship and a dialogue and a sense of community that is wonderful. And so I've been checking like on my phone in the evenings and such, even when I'm not in front of my PC. Let's see if I have it. And the first thing I do is check to see if I have any new comments, because I get excited and I love responding to. So loving that. And so that's just been, making me think that I did the right thing with trying to reevaluate what I'm doing and my approach. And I think it's going well. We're still a small family here at Life of a Catholic Librarian, but I think it's going really, really well. And I'm loving that. But I've just been thinking, what do you all think? What would you like me to write about? I'm perfectly content to keep writing about what I write about, which is Catholic stuff, crafty stuff, dancing, family, just all kinds of things, just funny things that come up in my day-to-day life. What do you think? What are your favorite things that I write about, and what would you like to see me write about that I don't already write about? So let me know that. But this is also branching off into the main place I was going with this today, which is, I'm trying to do other writing. And so I'm going to be writing at Catholic Mom now, and my first piece is going to go live Monday, July 13th. So I'll definitely be posting a link and all that, so you can go head over and read. But I'm excited because I would like to write, in terms of personal writing, and kind of branch out a little bit. So my blog isn't going anywhere. That's definitely always going to be there. But, where else can I write in addition to that? So I've got the Catholic Mom thing, but I've also been thinking about writing other things. Going back to my original love, not fiction, but just thinking about when I was a kid and how much I loved writing and crafting stories to make people laugh. I'd like to continue to do that in a more formal way. So what does that mean? I don't know. Maybe I could write a book. Maybe I could write for another website. I'm kind of looking for ideas. So if I were to write someplace else, whether that be a book or something else, what would be of most interest to you for me to write about? I really want to know. This is really important to me. I've been brainstorming about that this week, and I've come up with some ideas, but I really need you to tell me what you enjoy most that I do and what you would like to see and read. So tell me, write in. I really want you to. I hope that you'll do that. So that is everywhere I was going with this week. There you go. So please write in and let me know. And our saint for this week, I don't have a prayer card, which is just a travesty. I love having the little physical, tangible things to hold up during this segment. But our patron saint of writers is St. Francis de Sales. His feast is in January. It's looking at my legal pad, January 29th. So I often do a novena to St. Francis de Sales, and that will start January 20th every year. But obviously, we're nowhere near January right now, so we can still keep him in our thoughts and ask for his intercession. So I'm going to ask for his intercession for God's will for where I should go with my writing. And if you are a writer, let me know where you write. I'd love to read it, and we can both ask for the intercession of St. Francis de Sales for our writing, so that he's our guide. All right, I'd love to hear from you. I hope that you're having a great week, and I look forward to talking to you next week. Bye.